My name is Lauren Hayes. I'm 31 years old, and the worst thing my father ever gave me was honesty. In public. Not during a fight. Not in anger. But at my birthday dinner. He stood up, looked around a room full of people who knew me better than he ever had, and chose that exact moment to say the one thing no daughter should ever hear from her own parent. The room went silent. So fast. It felt like the air disappeared. Pause. And the strangest part? I didn't break. I understood. 9 months before that night, my life looked perfectly stable from the outside. I had a full-time job, my own apartment, a clean routine, and a life that made sense on paper. I worked as an operations coordinator for a healthcare group. My job was solving problems, schedules, insurance issues, staffing gaps, the kind of details that fall apart if no one pays attention. And I was good at it. Because I noticed what others ignored. The problem was, I didn't stop doing that when I left work. At home, no one called it effort. They called it just who I am. My father, Richard Hayes, believed order should exist around him naturally. He never raised his voice, because he didn't have to. His calm made criticism sound reasonable. My mother, Diane Hayes, softened everything. She translated his sharp words into something gentler. And my younger brother, Ethan, moved through life assuming someone else would handle whatever he didn't. That someone was always me. I managed their appointments, handled insurance issues, tracked prescriptions, fixed mistakes, and none of it felt dramatic. That's what made it dangerous. It didn't feel like being used. It felt efficient. It felt easier than conflict, until it became invisible. My friend Maya saw it clearly. She once told me, "You're not helping them. You're carrying them." I tried to defend it. They mean well. It's easier this way. It's not a big deal. But deep down, I knew I was afraid to say no. The moment everything shifted didn't happen at home. It happened at work. A leadership meeting. A real opportunity. Something I had worked toward for years. Then my phone lit up. My mom. Then my dad. Then a message from Ethan. "Call now. It's urgent." I stepped out. Because that's what I had been trained to do. It wasn't an emergency, it was paperwork. Confusion. A simple issue. Dressed like a crisis. I handled it anyway. 18 minutes. When I walked back in, the meeting had moved on without me. A week later, I found out the promotion went to someone else. Someone who didn't leave important moments for problems that weren't actually urgent. That night, Maya asked me a question no one ever had. What would your life look like if you stopped making room for them in everything? That question stayed with me. I updated my resume, applied for jobs, quietly, interviewed, got an offer, a new city, a better role, a different life. I signed a lease, without asking anyone. For the first time, I made a decision that belonged only to me. My birthday became a deadline. One last night. One last room. But this time, it would be mine. The night felt perfect. Friends, coworkers, people who valued me, not just needed me. Until my father stood up. Calm, controlled. He said, "Everyone here sees you as thoughtful, dependable." Then he looked at me and said, "But it's time they know the truth." And then, "We never really loved you. Not the way parents are supposed to love a daughter." Long pause. No one moved. No one spoke. I stood up, placed my napkin down, and said, "Thank you." That was it. And I walked out. Outside. In the quiet. I realized something for the first time. He didn't destroy my life. He ended the illusion. The next morning, Missed calls, messages, explanations. I didn't respond. 3 weeks later, I moved. A new city, a small apartment, a life that finally belonged to me. For the first time in years, I felt unclaimed. If you take anything from this story, let it be this. Being needed is not the same as being loved, and being reliable is not a reason to disappear. Some people don't break your heart all at once. They teach you, slowly, to hand it over in pieces and call that love. If this story stayed with you, tell me in the comments what part hit you the hardest. And if you want more real stories like this, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications.